Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. So today is day 40. And what is the topic for today, Patsy?
Today's topic is UVL 90 Day Challenge, day 40 of 90 Day. Topic is share your top problem solving strategies.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so before we dive into that, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy, and I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I'm originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm also a proud digital business owner.
Okay, my name is Patsy. I am the face of Facebook business page of Joe Blessing. I am a mother of four and grandmother of nine. Originally, I am from Brunei. Now I'm residing in Alberta, Canada, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, Patsy. Okay, so let's dive into the topic. Okay, so what is the topic again, Patsy?
Topic is share your top problem solving strategies.
Thank you. So, our first point for this topic. We're gonna be sharing top problem solving strategies with you, so it can help you, know how to solve the problems. So here is the first one.
Break down the problems.
Yes. So when we are talking about problem solving strategies, one of those will be break down the problem. So so you follow like a step by step approach. So like yesterday, we were talking about, my YouTube problem that I encountered. So I created, some steps to be able to resolve it. So I asked questions first, to the community if they knew how to fix the problem. I gathered like several answers just to make sure, they're all came to the same. So don't go with the first one, but I think we have one point later that talks about that. Um, and then after that, I, sorry, I had another friend, that she already went through the same thing. So she knew how to fix it on the actual platform. So she walked me through that, and I was able to do it. So I was able to fix the problem and taking those small step by step. Okay. Um, so start by breaking down the problem into smaller, manageable parts. So this make it less overwhelming and easier to tackle one step at a time. And especially, when it's something that you are panicking, is your first ad, and then you don't know what to do. So that was me at the time. Um, so the other thing is you want to identify the root cause. So in my case, when I got flagged, usually, like either Facebook or YouTube, they will tell you, what is the problem, and they will tell you, what is the policy that you have violated. So and they send you the link so you can go in there and then try to find what was the problem. So, um, identify the root cause. So, instead of just addressing symptoms, focus on identifying the root cause of the problem for a long term solution. And when I went there and I clicked the link and I found out because I didn't understand why I got flagged. So when I went there, I saw that they were talking about financial stuff, and I said, "Well, I don't have any financial stuff." But then because it was investment, it was a word that I used in my um, ad. It was actually, I think it was in the description that I put it. And I used the word investment. But when I was talking about investment in my description, what I meant was investment in time. But YouTube took the word investment as a investment, for financial investment. So that's why I got flagged. So I identified the problem. So I was able to identify what was the root of the problem. What I needed to know is what were the steps that I needed to take afterwards. So that's why, I went and I asked the community, how I was supposed to do this? What were the steps? Because it says that you needed to appeal, but it was my first time. I didn't want to make a mistake. So I wanted to make sure that what I was doing was correct. So that's why, I asked the community and I find out what was the problem. And like I mentioned, don't go with the first answer because um, sometimes the first answer might not be the correct one. So always ask several people. And if you come back with the same answer, then, that might be the correct answer. Um, so yeah, that's what happened to me. So always break down the problem into small steps, and also first identify what is the root of the cause that caused the problem. So I would say find the problem, the root of the problem, the root cause of the problem, and then break it down into step to be able to approach and find a solution for that problem. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Stay calm and focus.
Yes. Okay. So this one is good. So a good example of this will be, for example, a live. You're having a live, you plan to have a guest for your live, and suddenly, maybe, like 10 minutes before going live, the guest say that he can, the guest cannot make it. Okay. And you are like, what do I do now? Because I'm supposed to go live, and you can, well, I mean, you could cancel it, but you want to also show up for your business. So what do you do in that case? Well, it all depends, how you feel comfortable um, changing stuff. You can, okay, the easiest way will be to cancel the live. Okay. But if you want to keep showing up for your business, try to find a solution. So what would be a solution? Find a topic and talk about a topic on that live. For us, this Saturday, it was a misunderstanding, back and forth, know, finding out if the our guest was going to show up or not. Um, so, well, finally, we thought that she wasn't going to show up because that's what we understood. But then, so I made all the changes, like the thumbnail, the description. I found a topic for us to talk because we wanted to show up for our business. So even if our guest, wasn't going to be there, we were going to show up for our business and talk about something. Um, so when I went there to the studio, because I was the first one, I saw the guest there. So then, I, I mean, probably someone else is going to be panicking because, we already changed everything, right? Um, because we thought that she wasn't going to be there. But then, I went in and then I bring in to the stage because we were not live yet. So I said, "Oh, so you're gonna do the live?" So and then like I was calm. So that's the firms. In something like this, you wanna be calm. You don't wanna be panicking, because one, you are not gonna be able to think clearly. Two, you're gonna be transmitting that panic to your guests, and your guests is gonna be worried. So you don't want that. And especially, like sometimes you have experienced guests that, they are okay with that. They have encountered this kind of thing. So for them, it's okay. But you might have new guests that it will be their first time, and you don't want to transmit that panic, to them because they're going to be getting even more nervous. So yeah, so don't panic. Okay. So um, problems are inevitable in business, so that's normal. You gotta be flexible too. Sometimes we plan something and it doesn't happen as we plan. So, but reacting emotionally can cloud your judgment. Yeah, that's like I mentioned. Um, if you're panicking, one, you might be stressed, you might become stressed, and then you're gonna overreact, and you don't want that. Um, so yeah, so be calm, breathe. If you need to calm down, just breathe, and that will help you to calm down. Okay, so stay calm, take a deep breath, and approach the issue logically. So trying to um, find a solution. So don't have a problem like don't have the mindset of like staying on the problem. Change your mindset into find a solution. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? How can you fix this? So do that. So here it's important, the mindset for staying calm and focused. So mindset matters. So always cultivate a positive, solution focused mindset. Okay, because this is going to help you to look for opportunities even in challenging situations. um, and why would I say, like, for example, Saturday, I think it was a good opportunity because, yes, we encountered this and we were going back and forth, but it was also a good learning experience for the team, you know, to experience this because if this happened to them again and I'm not there, they're going to be doing their own life by themselves. Now they know how to handle that situation. So always, you learn from something that happened like that, challenging, you're gonna have an opportunity to learn something about it. Okay. But the point here is stay calm and focus. Okay. And always have that solution focused mindset. Okay. So let's go to the next point.
Leverage the power of brainstorming.
Yes. So here, we wanna, like, for example, we are lucky to have, a global community. So you have friends. For example, we have a team that we created, and I have a friend, and then we collaborate, on ideas, how to create content. So my friend, last time she had an idea and she said, "Oh, do you guys want to collaborate on this?" And I say, "Yeah, sure. I'm gonna get the team to work on it." So we did a video and we collaborated together. So this time it was us that had an idea, and then I mentioned it to her, and then she loved the idea. So now she's gonna have her team, doing it, and we're gonna collaborate again. Another way, like, is collaborating with lives. So for example, Patsy, she has her own business and I have my own business. We are collaborating thinking. And why this is good? Because working with your team or a trusted partner, can bring fresh perspective and new solutions. So, like, for example, my friend, became with this idea. She showed it to me, and I love it. And then I presented to the team, and they love it. So we did it, together. So diverse ideas, that is the other point of, the leverage of the power of brainstorming, because um, well, this one, I think it will be a good example of the one for the my YouTube. When I was saying, don't go for the first idea. Um, Listen to all the ideas and see, if they come with the same solution. So don't settle for the first idea that comes to mind. So explore various possible solutions and weigh their pros and cons. So this was another lesson that I learned, and that don't go with the first one. In my case, the reason why I didn't go with the first one because I'm I'm an untrusty person, you know, like you have to prove me wrong in order to believe. So maybe it's not a good thing. But in my case, in this case, it was good that I didn't go with the first one. So I listened to a lot of people. I asked to see if they were coming with the same answer. And then based on that, then I took my decision. Um, so yeah, so make sure that um, you ask around, and then find out, if it is, this the same answer. And then when you got the answer again, make sure that sorry, that you weigh, like, okay, so if I go for this, what are the pros that I'm gonna gain? And if I go with this, what are the cons, you know, that if I go with this? So um, think of ideas, this having a brainstorm is usually good because you got a lot of people, that are brainstorming, that are come up with ideas. And then we start eliminating those. Okay. A good example of that also would be, when we are trying to pick the name for the business. Usually I'm sitting beside my mentee and I have them, to pick 3 to 5 names that they like for their business. And we sit down and then we discuss. And through the discussion, we start eliminating names. And sometimes, the names, we have to reinvent another name because the ones that they had wasn't really working. Um, so, but it's the collaboration. But I always let them to take the final decision. I just give them, the reasons why, this might not work. But I let them, take their decision. Uh, if they want to go with that. But always, um, collaboration helps you, to have better ideas and to even create better ideas too. So the leverage of the power of brainstorming is amazing. And we are lucky to have a community here that we can actually
Actually,
try to
try
find
to
some.
find some.
Okay, it's the next point. Patsy.
Use data and analytics.
Yes. Okay. So for this one, yeah. Um, so we use data and analytics. So one of the data and analytics that we use are, for example, when we're doing advertising, either YouTube or Facebook, we tend to see, if our ad is performing well or not. Um, and that's how, we make a decision based on the data that we see. Okay. Another place where we look for data is our Facebook business page. We get some insights and then we see how we are performing in our Facebook business page, where we are going, where we numbers are down. How can we bring it up so everything is green, and working? You want to make sure that you get that reach. So using data and analytics, it will help you also, to be able to track those performance. And by track those performance, you are going to be able to find the problem. um, to find the problem, to see how can you fix, what is not performing well. Or for example, if you're focusing too much in one and you're lacking on the other, like you're not posting too many reels and your numbers on your reels are going down, that means that you gotta post more, or maybe find a better content for your post. Find, which ones were performing well, and try to create similar content to that. Also, you want to track patterns. So look for patterns or trends that may reveal, underlying issues and guide you toward an effective solution. So um, sometimes, we have the same patterns. So um, you can try to find out, what are the problems on that one. And then because we are kind of like being seeing that pattern, we kind of, we are able to find, a better solution because, we know at that time based on those numbers and those data, you know, how you can fix that. Okay. So let's go to the next point.
Prioritize and take action.
Yes. Okay. So prioritize and take action. So on this one, usually we have our to-do list during the day. So we're gonna have a list that we wanna of the things that we wanna do. So on this list, you wanna focus on the things that matter the most. For us, I think one of the first things that matter the most, when we come to and the online business, our business that we are doing, is something that we call income activities, productivity, something like that, income activities. So there are activities that will generate income. So those are the activities that you want to prioritize over the other ones. Okay. Um, Also, if there's something that has a problem, you want to prioritize the problems based on the impact on your business. Okay. So for example, if you have an advertising, that needs to be fixed because you got flag or something, that will have priority because you need to fix that. The sooner the better. Don't let it pass, because then they might shut down your either your business page, or if it is on YouTube, they might shut down your YouTube channel, so you're not able to do advertising. So in that case, that's a priority, because you want to make sure that that you tackle that one first, um, to fix that problem first, and then you take care of the rest. Um, so tackle the most critical issues first, and then work the way down. So the other thing we can say about prioritize and take action is take actionable steps. Okay. So turn your solutions into clear, actionable steps. So it's important to move forward with confidence and clarity. So you want to make sure that you fix the problem. For example, the advertising. So once you fix it, that now you can move with confidence and do your advertising, and your mind is gonna be clear, and that you're not gonna have any problems because you have taken care of that problem. So you are gonna be able to focus and do the other stuff that you have with confidence, um, and a clear mind. So you're gonna be focused on be able to complete the rest of the task. Okay, so the next point.
Utilize creative thinking.
Okay, so this one, yeah. So you gotta always think outside of the box. Okay, so this is the same thing that we were talking about. Don't stay on the problematic solution. The mindset that stays only on the problem, but doesn't find a solution. You want to switch your box to the one that finds solutions. Okay, so you gotta think outside of the box. Um, so sometimes the best solutions come from thinking creatively, using your mind, your imagination. How can I fix this? You know, so challenge the traditional ways of solving problems and explore innovative ideas. Yeah. So think, well, not, I would say think like a child. The child has so many imagination. So explore, innovative ideas. For example, if you're seeing that the posting that you're not doing is not working, the content that you're posting, then think about it. Okay, so what can I do to make, people to reach out to my content, so they can like my content, to attract people, to see your content, and go to your page. So think of ideas, about that. So thinking outside of the box, find a solution. The other one is, experiment and test. So don't be afraid to test new strategies or tools. Sometimes trial and error lead to breakthrough solutions. Um, so yeah, so even, like sometimes an old strategy, you can always bring it back, but with a twist. Okay, so you can experiment that. So be open to new ideas, to be open to experiment, and test. That's the only way that you're gonna find out, if it's gonna work or not. So if you see if it's not gonna work, then okay, that it doesn't work. But if it works, then you break through with a new solution, new innovation. So that's what you wanna do, because in this business, you wanna use your creativity, um, to be able to impress, well, not impress, but to be catchy, and your content to be, well, for Facebook, the content you want to be able to be, entertain, to educate, things that will relate to people, um, emotionally, um, because a marketing is about emotions. Um, so you want to be creative to how can you find ways to connect with people, you know. So that's a good one. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Learn from others. It's always good to learn from others.
Yes. So yeah, learn from others. And for this one, some people might think, okay, you just learn from the people on the top. But in reality, um, if you are a good leader who also listen to to their team, you can learn from anyone. I always say you can learn from a baby, you know. Um, so learn from others doesn't mean that it always has to be someone high up. No, you can learn from anyone. Anyone has something to teach another person. You just gotta find that that you can learn from that person. So, but of course, you can also consult experts or mentors depending what experience you wanna get, what learning you wanna get from someone. So you can seek advice from those with more experience in your field or in the interest topic that you're looking for. So their insights can save you time and help you avoid common pitfalls. So in this case, when we refer to that, we would be people that have gone ahead of us and that they made some mistakes, along their journey. They can pass their knowledge to us, so we don't do the same mistakes. So that will be, a way to consult someone, uh, what do you do? So what do you do uh, in this case? You can ask them and then they will give you advice because they already went through that. So they know what to do in that case, or what to expect, you know. Also, there's some research case studies, so you can look at how other business have faced similar challenges. In this case, in our communities, how other business owners in our community have faced similar challenges. And you learn from their solutions. So some of the things here that we usually we learn from others is when we hear the testimonial stories, the success testimonial stories on the masterminds, and we get to hear their stories, how they were able to overcome those challenges. Some of them they share, how they they face those challenges, what they did to be able to overcome. So you can learn from them on that way, by listening to their stories. So that way you won't do it. Like a lot of things, like we here, when we join the business for the first time is, well, this was one of in regards to the training. Don't follow the training step by step. Don't try to jump in because otherwise you're going to encounter problems. Well, now they fixed that because our platform now is different. But yeah, because there were some people that were jumping ahead, and they were not following the training step by step. So that's why they encountered those problems. So our people, our leaders, that are up there, they already went through that. So they always tell me, don't do that because we did it and we got in trouble. So always learn from other people's experiences too. So you don't have to do it too. Okay. So the next one.
Use technology and tools.
Yes. So on this one, you want to be able to use tools like automation and tools. So leverage digital tools for efficiency. So for example, the automation can help you resolving recurring issues in your workflow, so saving time and effort. So that's one of the things that we have in our community, and we're grateful. Our business works 24/7. For us. So even when we are sleeping, the business is still running. Okay, that's why we have a global 24/7 community, because we our business is all over the world, and we have a system that works 24/7 for us. So leverage that, because that will help you to save time and effort. You don't have to be on your business on your business, for the entire time. Our business is open 24/7 because of that. So this is the amazing thing about the automation and tools. We don't have to be there. It's already running. We can do other things, and our business is running behind us. Another one is utilize productivity tools. So use apps that help you to track progress, manage tasks, and streamline communication with your team. So, for example, we have Flock in our community, that we use to communicate. I also, in terms of calendars, we have the Google Calendar uh, that we also use, for our Zoom meetings. And I use Calendly, for example, for my team. If they want to have a meeting with me, they can go and book an appointment. And then that helps them to know that, I'm going to be available for them during that time. And that helps me because, I can schedule my day based on those that I know, I'm going to have those meetings. So I can arrange my schedule based on that. So that's why those tools will help you, to be more productive on your business. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Maintain flexibility and adaptability.
Yes. Yeah, this one is one of the tops, I would say. We mentioned the other one, calm, and have a solution focused solution mindset. And flexibility and adaptability is another big one in this business. You gotta be flexible and adaptability. We are in the online business, so we got no choice. We got to be flexible, adaptable. If things keep changing all the time, so be open to change. You know, Solutions may not always be perfect, so it's important to remain flexible and adjust your approach as you learn from the process. Um, so examples, we I show you, like we plan something sometimes and it doesn't happen as it is. So you gotta improvise. You gotta be able to adapt, be flexible, pivot when necessary. So don't be afraid to change direction. If your initial solution isn't working, be prepared to pivot and find what truly works. So yeah, so if you, for example, an ad. Sometimes we do an ad and the ad is not working. Okay, but you really love that ad. Well, guess what? You gotta be flexible and adaptable. That's not working for you. So you gotta do another one. Okay. So be prepared to change, what is not really working for you to do something that is working for you.
Implement a system for future problems.
Yes. So you want to be able to create a problem solving framework. Okay. So you develop a set process or framework that you can follow whenever a new issue arises. Okay. So this can help you resolve future challenges more efficiently. Um, so for this, for example, um, a problem solving framework will be always ask around, ask a lot of people, you know, um, then once you got the answer, um, then you decide the pros and cons, and then go find how you're gonna fix that problem. Okay. um, so always try to create like a framework that will work for you, depending where the problem is going to be. And that way, you're gonna be able to um, resolve those problems, more efficient, instead of trying to react right away. And then instead of solving the problem, you're going to make more problems. So you want to make sure that you create, and this is good also, for your team, because if you teach them, don't do this. Okay, so wait for me, for example, especially when they're new, and then we'll look at it together. Because if they don't know, they click on something and then it's gonna create more problem. So you want to make sure that we create, a problem solving framework. So continuous on improvement. Okay, so after solving a problem, reflect on the process and document what worked well. Okay, so this will help you to improve and even be more prepared next time. So that's my case, for my YouTube ad. I panicked the first time, when I encountered that, especially was my first ad. But I learned from that mistake. I learned, one, how to find the problem, how to look for answers, and then what to do next. So because of that problem, I was able to learn. So now, when I encounter something similar, I know what to do. And then I can help my team uh, to teach them, what I made, to make sure that they don't do it. And if they do it, for example, I know how to fix a problem, so I'm gonna be able to help them to fix the problem. Okay, so the next one and last one.
Embrace failure as part of the process.
Yes. Well, we cannot touch this in the previous point. Yeah. So embrace failure as a part of the process. Sorry. So fail forward. So sometimes solutions don't work. Okay. But each failure is a learning opportunity. So embrace it, analyze it, and improve your approach for the future. Um, So, resilience in action. So, use resilience as a tool when facing difficulties. So, being persistent and learning from mistakes helps refine your problem solving skills. So, yeah, so this is what I was telling you of my YouTube problem, the one that I face, Um, I learned from that. So, I learned so many things. I learned not to use um, one word that has two meanings. Okay. And make sure that that word is not on the categories of of a word that is going to get flagged. The other thing that I learned is that to ask around, don't go for the first answer, ask for many answers and then get a conclusion of what you're going to do, for the answer. Find out what are the steps to be able to resolve the problem. So I found the solution, about the problem that I could fix it. And then a friend of mine showed me how to fix the problem. Okay, so I learned that. I also, this failure, also, like I mentioned, now I can pass that knowledge to my team so they don't do the same mistake. And if they do it, I can help them to fix the problem. Um, and the other thing that I counter is, because, like the first time I was like devastated, panicking, my mindset was down at the time. So I learned also that you always have to keep feeding your mindset because, if you don't feed your mindset might fail in those moments. Okay. So that's one. And two, that, I had the other thought and I forgot. Um, the other thing that I wanted to say is that, oh yes, I remember. Uh, we talk about it at the beginning. Um, you know, I was panicking. I was, like that. But now, when I encounter something like that, like for example, I had on Facebook, I was no worry as I was with YouTube. You know, I was calm, and I was just answering the questions. So because it happens to me the first time with YouTube, when it happened to me on Facebook, now I don't see the same problem the same way that I saw the first time. I have a different perspective. Um, I try to find a solution. I don't stay in the problem. So I learned from that failure a lot of things, and things that help me to grow in my online business and grow as a person, as a business owner. So yeah, so embrace failure as a part of the process. It's part of the learning curve. So be open to anything, So I hope all these points that we talked today, all the tips and uh, examples that I gave you help you in your business if you're a business owner. And then for those who might want to join a business, these also help you, in your journey as an online business owner. So yeah, so thank you for that. And how about our topic for tomorrow, Patsy?
Topic tomorrow is day 41. Wow, how time flies, eh? Topic features success stories overcoming challenges.
Yes. So tomorrow we're gonna be featuring some success stories of overcoming challenges. So stay tuned for that. Day 41. Um, how many days more? 40, 49, I think, right? Yeah, I think 49 days, more days. Um, so yeah, so stay tuned for day 41 tomorrow. So for the future success stories of overcoming challenges. So we want to thank all the viewers today who watch us today. And then thank you for all your comments, all your emojis. And for those watching the replay, also, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. And also, if you have any questions or if you want to make a comment or give another tip, please feel free to put it in the comments, okay? We're happy to see the comments. Um, Also, when if you guys want to follow us in our Facebook business page, they are on the top. Or Patsy, you can find Patsy, Joe Pat Blessings or Joanne Pat. Um, and then if you guys want to learn how you can earn online, you can register with your name and email address on the website that appears on the screen. And today we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how to earn, you can register in our website. We can send you the link for the live webinar tonight. That is going to be happening at 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, 8 p.m. EST. So you're going to be able to learn, how our business plan works. And also you can hear some testimonials from members of our community. In addition to that, we invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories on members of our community and some more information about the business. So thank you everyone for watching and staying with us in our live. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thursday. And until tomorrow for the next episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge, day 41. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have an amazing day.
Bye.